Hello and welcome to Paragon. My name is Dave McGrath. I'm the headmaster. I want to tell you about our kindergarten program today. Paragon has been offering a full-day kindergarten program for the last few years. We have a great tradition, wonderful students, highly motivated teachers, and we want to show it off to you today. Come on this way.
Hi, I'm Mark Hathaway and I'm one of the co-founders and business managers for Paragon. I also teach math at the other campus, but we're here to talk about the primary today and specifically the kindergarten. In 2011, we had some parents come forward to us and they said, hey, why don't we start the Paragon experience a little bit earlier? We're like, well, this sounds like a great idea. So we found some great teachers, had a great group of kids and found the space for it, and we started the primary school. We have a lot of shining little faces in our kindergarten. So this is Miss Freeman's room.
I really love the kids. The kids are so bright and they're funny and they are actually excited to come to school all the time. What I love the most about the K-1-2 program, the kids get frequent breaks throughout the day where they can get out all their sillies, what they like to call it, and they can run around and they can play. And then when they're in the classroom, they're fully engaged in what's going on in the classroom. And I think that's really amazing. The kindergartners get to learn from the first and second graders, and the first and second graders have been a great example for the kindergartners. It's really unique here at Paragon that the students get an opportunity to do music and gym time every single day.
Kindergartners have PE twice a day, Monday through Friday, once in the morning and once in the afternoon.
We think it's a really fun time for them and they get to let out a lot of energy and run around and learn a lot in PE as well. We do a lot of coordination and teamwork, and we do a lot of throwing and catching, which we think is very important for a lot of the sports we offer, and just a really important skill for their development.
A whole bunch of motor skills and development for the little ones.
Art is really integrated into the curriculum as well, and so it just makes such a difference with students having a more holistic curriculum to work with. They get to really express themselves through so many different mediums. Working with kids is something that I know is my gift and my niche and what I really enjoy doing. I have just a very excited, enthusiastic personality, and so I always feel like in our classroom, like keeping that energy high and keeping the kids excited about learning new information and cultivating new relationships and feeling like they have someone there that they can trust and someone that they can build a good relationship with who is just as excited as they are. Being excited, being enthusiastic, being engaged, being empathetic and sympathetic, and watching these kids grow throughout the year. I mean, there's just nothing better than that.
So Miss Freeman actually co-teaches with Miss Watterson, and her room's down here. One of the things that I love about our school and always have is our culture. One of the things that can happen in some schools is kids will fall through the cracks and kind of get lost along the way. Our school is small, it has a very good teacher to student ratio. Really get to know these kids, and especially right from the beginning, knowing their strengths and weaknesses. And in this nurturing environment, these kids really thrive. Kids inherently they will love school, but so much we can get out of them in this safe, nurturing environment. So Ms. Watterson came to us in 2014, and she has been a great wealth of information for us in starting our kindergarten. She's an expert with working with kids these age. So let's meet Ms. Watterson.
We're trying to cultivate your young, bright child who's been at preschool and loves to play, but also wants to know how does the world work and what does that word mean and what happens what does these numbers mean. So we're trying to develop all of that. We want to offer the ability to learn and be inquisitive, but we also want to honor the developmental needs of the child by being able to express themselves through artwork in projects. There's a lot of project-based learning that goes on in this class. It's not just like this is how it is. It's like we want to find out why things work, and this is how we do this. A lot of learning through discovery. Children at this age are naturally energetic. We want to take that energy and channel it into their learning, into their play, into their excitement about learning things. The beauty of this program is they have the time to develop the skills, to practice them in a playful, non-stressful environment. And we are not going to be teaching to the test. We're teaching learning for the love of learning.
We're gonna do one of my favorite things right now. We're gonna sneak in on the kids at lunch and say hi to them and see what happens. So the kids have art in kindergarten, and for me growing up, art wasn't that big of a part of our curriculum at the schools that I attended. So I'm so glad that we have it right from the start in kindergarten. Kindergartners are naturally creative. They want to express themselves, and we want to just keep that going, especially with all the different mediums and different things that Ms. Bolt does with them. It keeps that spirit alive and lets it flourish throughout their elementary school career. Let's go check it out.
Follow me into the art room. So this is our art studio, which is really incredible because there are many schools that don't have an art studio, and we have access to amazing art supplies. So this is one of the things that makes Paragon really special. It makes kindergarten art at Paragon really special. Our kindergarten art students won't just finger paint, won't just play with crayons, although we will do those wonderful classic things. But we're gonna paint, we're gonna sculpt, we're gonna work with real clay, we're gonna make collages and learn about all sorts of different mediums that they get to explore. Our kindergartners are gonna learn about the elements of art, what art is, all the different ways that art can manifest in our world, why art is important. And we'll also study art history. We started off at the beginning of the year learning about prehistoric art, cave art. We built a giant cave out of cardboard, crawled inside, and explored the history of why humans started making art in the first place. We learn about the basics like line, shape, color, texture, form, and really start to become better observers of the world around us. And I teach kids how to draw, something that's really inspiring to them. They want to know how to draw animals that they love or people, and we go through learning how to draw using simple shapes and things like that so they can feel really confident and empowered.
When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
Paragon Primary has a social and emotional learning curriculum based on mindfulness and having a growth mindset. Every morning, our kindergartners start their day with 15 minutes of an activity that teaches them to be more compassionate, more self-aware human beings that know that their brains can grow and learn and achieve anything that they put their minds to.
Thank you for coming and visiting our school. One of the things about our school's been around for 20 years now, and it's so great to have students come back to us and tell us the things that we've made differences in their lives and giving us advice on what we should do to make our school better. And one of the things was to start earlier. So those first graduates of our school now have kids that are almost ready for kindergarten, so it would be great if we could see a few of them in here. But it's going to be wonderful to have some of these kindergartners when they come back to visit us to know that hopefully we've instilled a lifelong love of learning in these guys and made that difference for them. So thank you for coming by and visiting us.
Thank you so much for joining us on our virtual tour. If you are interested, please contact Dave McGrath at dave@paragonprep.com. Thanks so much for joining me. Bye-bye.